Geek Dad Life presents Toy Geeks, a live toy talk show. Tonight we're going to talk about that new Marvel Legends Giant Man Haslab and talk about where else the Marvel Legends team can go for future Haslabs. We'll talk about all of that and more tonight on Toy Geeks. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Toy Geeks. My name is Jay, and with me, filling in for John, is my good friend Doell. Doell, how you doing tonight?
I am doing great. I honestly thought you were going to go, and filling in as always.
I almost did. So you've been like, because John, I know I said John was going to be here and that was the plan. But he only has Sundays off, and him and Susan are welcoming a new puppy into their lives. They lost their beloved puppy a few weeks back, and they're traveling to like Jersey. They're going out of state to go pick up their new puppy, and so he just wasn't gonna be able to get back in time. So anyway, I want to congratulate them on welcoming a new member to their family, and be ever grateful. I cannot thank Doell enough for jumping in several times in this
old reliable.
Yes. But anyway, yes, Doell, happy to have you here. It's been fun just seeing in the chat. It's like, oh, if Doell's on, it always gets crazy when Doell's joining the show. So we'll see what happens. But let's say hello to the chat. We got a lot of things to talk about. It's like big stuff, not just Haslabs, but we got big Mattel crowdfunds, and we got new superpowers to talk about. Like this is a prime Doell guest host run tonight. Let's say hello. We got Dorlaxian, Stanley, Scott, Studio Henge, Happy Butters Blast is here, Joey Curell, Mike Mahone, Brad Brooks is in the house, Captain Fox, Radiation, Robo Geek, Toy Sorceress is in the house, Mint with Card, Justin Moen is here. We've got Stanley, Brian Carr, got a lot of repeats here. Studio Henge is here. Free Reign. Just keep jumping up. Matt Bush has been a member for 13 months. Thank you, Matt Bush. Legend. Texas Toy Hunter, Tony Taponi, Brandon 3G is here. Overman is in the house. We've got Slave to Leia is here. Boo Cat is here. Who else? We got, a lot of people. A lot of people in the chat. Dan is here. Brian Brink. We got some new Brian Brink's charts for you all tonight. Fresh. The freshest of charts. Because I think we did on GDL2, Doell. I don't know if you saw. I did like my initial kind of it just was unveiled stream.
I did watch it. Yeah.
So we had early charts on that day, but we have kind of more full featured charts tonight, which is exciting. Andy Silva, Make Mine Marvel, Jack Knight, Right Hand of Skeletor, Wolf the Wicked, and so many more. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, charts, baby. Toying around. Kevin, good to see
Kevin.
you. Yeah.
I'll be on his channel on Tuesday. So I won't be on Toy Anxiety on Tuesday because of Ahsoka and the big deal that Ahsoka is. Because they're like, well, let's do it earlier because it's harder for us to do later. And I was like, well, do it while I'm at work. I can miss a week. It's no big deal. And then Kevin was like, hey, I have no co-hosts. They're out. And I was like, well, old reliable. Come on in. So I will be I'll be on Boba Squadron. I'll be joining the ranks of the Boba Squadron.
That's a big deal.
It is a big deal. So, and that'll be on Tuesday after Ahsoka. So don't forget to like and subscribe to his channel so you know exactly when that's going to drop. Someone's asking me if I'm in BC. Yes, I am in the beautiful province of British Columbia.
Never been. One day I'll get to Canada, but not today. Let's see. Loving that shirt, Doell. Where did you get it?
T-Villain.
T-Villain. There you go. Boom. All right. Doell, a lot of things. Let's not waste any more time. Let's just jump into it.
Let's do it.
The Marvel team at Hasbro had been teasing for a long time their next Haslab, Marvel Legends Haslab. And I think we all knew it was going to be Giant Man. There's way too many teases to think of anything else being the case. And lo and behold, that is what they revealed. 24 inches tall, 91 points of articulation with 80% of that in the hands, and a price tag of $199.99. Now, I talked about this on my GDL2 stream, but I think this, anybody that complained about Haslabs before, like the last one, the Engine of Vengeance, a lot of discourse around that. But there's a lot of feedback, and I feel like this team took that feedback, went back to kind of the hits, let's do an old Toy Biz big Build-A-Figure, but make it bigger and better. And let's give you the lowest price tag we've ever given to one of these things. Let's not paywall any, 6-inch scale figure that you want, that people are demanding, and just give you a straight big ass figure. Doell, what's your takeaway here with this thing?
You missed one important feature that this figure has that's also completely new.
What?
That's the glass eyes.
It has glass. Did I miss that glass eyes?
It has shiny eyes, my friend.
Oh, I missed.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So that is like, and I like the interchangeable faces.
Yes.
That go under the mask as well.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot here. I did back this day one. This was a day one backing, 100% for me. Because again, it was like I have a pretty solid Avengers team.
Mm-hmm.
I have the old Build-A-Figure of this.
Yes,
painted behind the eyes. That's it. Great. This is So to me, I was like, you know what? This will help finish it. And of course, they're always going to do updates. We'll get into the updates in pickups after tonight. So if anyone saw my stories, they saw that I was at Toys R Us on the weekend. I actually left my apartment and did a full-on toy hunt. And I
was kind of jealous. You hanging out with Jeffrey and stuff like that. Damn,
hey man, when you're in, you're in. And
Did you get that guest appearance at the Jeffries this upcoming Jeffries?
I should have asked. I'll talk to somebody. I'll talk to somebody at Toys R Us. It's but it was like really, really funny because this is it's just so cool that they are doing this. Yeah. And again, it's just I know I try to always tell myself, just focus on your X-Men, get the Spider-Man ones that you want.
Yeah.
Who am I kidding? I'm still buying Avengers all the time. Like, I have a Captain America collection that is like mind-boggling for a Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like I do love it. I love it. It's such a huge figure. It's beautiful. The new technology that they're adding to this.
Yeah.
And again, we're talking about the future. So I will do my wish list. I guess it wouldn't be predictions. It would be like a wish list of what they could go on moving forward.
Yes.
With using some of this new technology that they're applying to this. I think this is, look, I understand that Giant Man and Avengers in general, like especially comic book Avengers, are not for everyone.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
That's
where it is for me, where Avengers didn't become a thing. I'll readily admit this. Avengers wasn't a thing I really cared all that much about until the MCU, right? For me, Marvel was X-Men, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man. That's who I really cared about from Marvel, and it wasn't until the MCU that I was like, oh, okay, I get it, I like it now. Because I was always more of a DC or Justice League if I had to do my big team up, kind of crew. So
my gate swings both ways in that respect, because it's like I love DC as much as I love Marvel. To me, it's all. I remember when Jeff Goldblum was asked, like, do you like Marvel or DC? And he's like, who cares? They're both comics. Like, that's how I feel.
Yes.
When he said that, I was like, they're both comics. That I never understood the versus mentality unless they're doing an actual crossover. But as a reader, like, why would I choose one or the other when I can have both?
Yeah.
And I have all these wonderful stories to read. But it's someone asked me in the chat too, no Alpha Flight. I've got all of Alpha Flight. Do not worry.
That's mandatory as a Canadian, right?
Well, it's to me, Alpha Flight kind of connects closely to X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of Wolverine, and that's
Absolutely.
where we first saw Alpha Flight was an X-Men and all that. So to me, that's all part of the X-Men collection. I put it under the X-Men banner.
And because I think I was first introduced to them. It was X-Men run, right? Like 70s run where
Yep.
I remember because I would buy the collected editions, just read through them. So I remember a storyline where they were brought into the fold or something at some point, right?
Because you need Wendigo, you need all of that.
Yeah. Wolverine is mandatory as a Canadian. So yeah, to me, but even though I'm not an Avengers completist by any means, I agree on that. Just this thing is just a beautiful toy. Like it's just the sculpting, the paint, the all of the articulation, and just seeing how much or being somebody that has always appreciated the big BAFs from the Toy Biz era.
Mm-hmm.
Something that's been so cool about the Galactus and the Sentinel is somehow making something that at the time seemed like they're never gonna top this, and doing that in extreme fashion. And I feel like this does it here. But I think just the other thing I just love about this is I know people are going to complain, and people are still complaining about this thing because that's what people do. But I feel like they really listened to the feedback and they gave what everyone was asking for with this set. Now, I'll be curious to see, we're going to look at the charts, how successful it is in that realm, and maybe what's influencing those things. But still, I think it's a really, really good Haslab, really reasonably priced. And the only thing I think maybe hurts it is it's not as, again, iconic as, okay, maybe I'll get in trouble. I said that on my other stream. But it's not a Sentinel. It's not a Galactus. It just doesn't have that same cachet to me. Am I wrong with that kind of
it's hard. Like Giant Man 2 doesn't have that, like those costumes. Like he's not Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Right? Like he's not, like even Wolverine has had several other, like he's had several costumes. But even same with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But you can still sit there and go yes to all of them, and you're gonna want all of those toys. But Giant Man doesn't have that. And he's had some real stinkers of costumes. And I was even thinking to myself, too, I'm surprised that they didn't do a giant Yellow Jacket over this, because I kind of felt like, well, this has been done. We could probably have used Yellow Jacket and then just a regular release 6-inch Yellow Jacket.
Yeah.
But we still might get that. I mean, not the giant Yellow Jacket, but just, a Yellow Jacket. So I'm always super curious on why they chose this one, and I still have a feeling it's because it's the anniversary.
Exactly.
It's all that stuff. So I don't know.
No, I agree. All right. Well, there are some chats here that I started as well as some super chats, so I don't want to miss those. Yeah. Matt Bush with the $5 super chat. Thank you, Matt. Dolverine and Jabertooth locked in combat again. And then Dartherian, no place to hide, no place to run. The Dole age has now begun.
How'd the song go? It's Dole, it's their day.
Design in case. I think Giant Man is a nice, affordable, focused Haslab that fits the Haslab mission statement. Completely agree. That very succinctly puts the point. Well, thank you. Josh Brown, all that said, people still complain because of course they did. Yeah, that's the thing. There's this, I feel like there's this cottage industry, which I think this channel is a part of as well, of the reactions to the crowdfunds, right?
Right.
And part of that, if you had to like slice it up into a pie, there's a part of it that's just like, we'll hate it or hate on it or find something to complain about it.
Right. Well, that goes with everything that's like, think about what we've all had come out in the last, 3 months? Like since July? Right? Turtle Lair. People mad about the Turtle Lair.
Yep.
Right? Yep. People are still upset about the Cat's Lair from Thundercats.
I didn't see the Cat's Lair. I feel like had a lot of
but they exist.
Yeah,
like, we were still able to find sad comments about it. You know what I mean? Like that's how I'm able to gauge. Is like is by the amount of sad comments does Jacob Walsh read on a Tuesday night, and then of course we just got the Ghost.
Yep. Folks, and that had that weird, backer shame, non-backer shame.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. And the fun part about it too is like before Kanan hit, it was like, well, that's it. It's not going to go any further. We're never going to get Zeb. Never going to get Zeb. All right. And all of a sudden it was like, wait, what? Why wouldn't we get Zeb? And then I saw it. There's always a lull. Like
Yes.
the first week or two was there always like a buildup, then there's a lull, and then that last day, everything shoots up. So I didn't expect it to go to like what, 22K, 21K?
It was 21.5, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Right? Like I wasn't expecting it to go that high.
Mm-hmm.
So that surprised me in a very good way, because I always like to see these I know it's a corporation. I think you said this too. We all know it's a corporation.
Yep.
But there's people behind it that are working on this stuff.
Yes.
That are doing the best job they can to make us, the customer, happy and excited.
Yeah. I agree.
But you know what?
Loading, but I do want to say, for those that maybe were doubting or whatever, they obviously weren't watching the show, because, and it's not loading at the moment, I have to figure that one out. But Brian Brink correctly projected, he was around 21.5 was his projection where it would end up when it was at about like 15,000. And that's about where. So Brian Brink, he's the prognosticator of all prognosticators when it comes to Haslab. So bravo there.
Like his research is
math.
Yeah, it's like math is a thing.
Maths are gonna maths, man. We have a lot more member anniversaries. So J-Rod, 13 months. Thank you. Shiny Plastic, 13. Charlie Weaver, 13. Jason Nedge, 13 months for a GDO family member. You can become one as well. It's 99 cents. We got Andrew Gady's Toys. I like this comment here. The tiers are exactly as expected, but some satanic underboob would go a long way.
Yeah.
I
will still always be a little salty that I don't have a car in its box in the closet without a Madeline Pryor on my shelf. I will always be a little salty about it.
Oh man. Wheel Joker. I'm just interested in seeing how these faces swap, given how tight the mask fits. Honestly, seems a tad big to me. Don't hurt me. Now, I think there's something to be said there, because I in my mind, I'm thinking of like a hot toy where sometimes you can kind of go in behind the head, or it's a magnetic thing, but it looks like it's a whole face plate that I guess you just kind of slide underneath the mask. So I would worry about like, or hopefully they're thinking through that engineering to make sure it doesn't stretch out.
Engineering as the straps.
Okay.
Right? Because apparently that moves and stretches too.
Yeah.
But it stays in place.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming the mask would be somewhat similar
in
thought. I don't know.
I agree. Black Phoenix, 12 months. Riley Bob, 13 months. And Wolf the Wicked, 13 months. Thank you so much for being family members. We got a $5 super chat from Snell's World. It would be nice if it came with Ant-Man and yellow jacket, as both have been realized in Legends, especially Ant-Man, so they could show him enlarging.
Well, you're also going to see, spoiler alert, for After Dark, Ant-Man was just re-released as a Target exclusive.
Yes, I saw him today actually at my Target, and I did not buy him. McFly, always $5 super chat. My Legends collection is mostly MCU. I'd like to see a Legends Haslab for any of these 3 MCU items: Quinjet, the Milano, or Celestial. Toy Art, 13 months. Thank you, Toy Art. Red Foreman, $5 super chat. Gonna have to dip, but hopefully Haslab goes towards teams. Lots of weirdos that could benefit from a Haslab budget. Sheer, Imperial Guard. Shiar?
Yeah.
Imperial Guard and Serp Sock. And then
Serpent
Brian.
Serpent Society is what he's.
Oh, okay. Sorry. There we go. Thank you.
No worries.
And Brian Carr, $5 super chat. Would rather have a cheaper Haslab without the extra figures. You can buy or not buy those figures when they are eventually released. And that's basically what they've done, right? They've given you $200. And I think Dan Larson did this tweet where it was like, well, you know, say you're putting together a Build-A-Figure and you have to buy like 6 figures you don't want. You're going to spend $120, $150, and that BAF is going to be nowhere near as large or as full features as this one.
Correct. That's spot on.
So
you're pretty much giving this away, folks.
I don't know about that, but but still, I think it's very fairly priced. Bad comment bot doesn't think so though. $200 for that junk.
Well, he's bad comment bot, so
that's true. It's got to be. It's got to stay on brand.
Right.
All right. Oh, here we go. Do you want to say it though?
You need it. If you are a real fan of Marvel Legends, you're going to need this. You talk about how you love the MCU. Well, you wouldn't have the MCU without the Avengers. You don't have Avengers without Giant Man. Just put $50 aside every week for 4 weeks. Boom. Your Giant Man is paid for, folks. One less Starbucks a week, and you will have a Giant Man in your collection. Folks, now is the time. Do not sit on it.
I don't know if that math adds up. I mean, maybe.
Stop. Don't.
Allison Troy, it's in the arms of the angels. Or was it a giant? In the arms of a giant man. Allison Troy, $3 super chat. What about satanic underswell to that giant cake?
Yeah. Oh, why not?
Hey, listen.
That's a very Kayla thing to say, Allison.
Yes, it's playing the role of Kayla Silva tonight. No, I love that. And again, that's where I think, if X-Men Jam, that's fine. Yeah. And the thing is, okay, let's talk about how this thing is doing so far. It was unveiled at like 11 Eastern on Friday. It's now Sunday, so we've had a couple days, under the belt here. And I gotta say, comparing it to other Haslabs, including Marvel ones, it's doing okay. It's doing slightly better than the Engine of Vengeance, which you might be like, oh, that's not good. It was like, remember, the Engine of Vengeance actually started out okay. It kind of backtracked and just started losing backers and then just never recovered.
Right.
But so in comparison, as you can see here, and I'll put a link in the chat if you want to follow this one at home so you can see it even closer. But the bright green line right here is the Dragonfly. The light blue is the Sentinel. The purple is the Galactus. And the orange is the Ghost. And if you look, the red line is the Giant Man, and then this black line is the Engine of Vengeance. And we have 3 dotted lines for the different tiers. So we have 10,000 in the back, 12,000 for the zombie face, and then 14,000 for the scroll head. And so you can see these other ones. It's trending, I would say, significantly below those. That being said, it's already over 4,000 backers. It has 43 days left to get another 5,973. So even if it kind of keeps curving up and does the old Haslab plateau, if you factor in the last day spike, which can be in the 5,000 to 6,000s, I think it should be within range of this thing getting back. I think the thing, if you're looking at it, it's still early, so it's hard to say one or another. But if you're looking at it right now, I would say the tiers may be in danger. But when it's all said and done, it looks like it's on a trajectory to back at 10,000. Doell, what's your thoughts on kind of seeing how it's doing so far in terms of its performance?
To me, the real tale is going to be the next couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I want to cheer these guys on. They work very hard to put this stuff together. So I really want it to do well.
Yeah. Yep. And if you scroll down a little bit, you can see the weekly backer volume. The Engine of Vengeance is more than the Giant Man, but remember, we're only a few days into this. The Engine of Vengeance has the full 7 days. But as you can see, Engine of Vengeance very quickly backtracked and just slid into the negatives for the rest of its run. Right. So really, with only a few days in, should easily pass the Engine of Vengeance, which should send it on a trajectory for it to be a successfully backed Haslab. Right. That being said, seeing the results as they are so far, Doell, this is kind of what led to my question of the thumbnail or whatever. The Marvel Haslab backed into a corner? And I asked this comparing it to some of the other Haslabs out there, like, say, Star Wars, where Black Series failed a couple times, and then they went back to the TVC well, and had another very successful Haslab because they could do a big play set.
Well,
but when I
legacy
think
scale is just better.
Yes, as you are big, evangelists for legacy scale.
Oh,
so I was
crazy.
thinking, I was like, right, and so there are some vehicles that I know people would love to have on the Marvel side, like a Blackbird, right, or the Fantastic Car, whatever. But say the Blackbird, you want it to be a full scale Blackbird, probably wouldn't be 6-inch scale. You'd probably want it legacy scale, but there's not really a prop. I mean, Marvel Universe has been off the shelves for a long time now. Mm-hmm. So my question is where do we go on the Marvel side? I think it's thing will back, but it's clearly not gangbusters like some of the others.
Okay.
Like where does it go from here for the Marvel side? Because they don't have legacy scale to tap into.
Right. So here, this is my soft pitch to the team.
Mm-hmm.
I still think there's one more big figure they need to do, which is Fing Fang Foom.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So if you're saving him for later, that's fine.
Yeah.
But here's my soft pitch. Do a diorama playset. And I know people got mad about the sewer, whatever.
Yeah.
Collecting Star Wars is already on my train of thought. A Danger Room diorama. You just need a floor, 2 walls, and half a ceiling, kind of. And people are going to get mad at me for saying this too. I would have interchangeable backdrop walls. So yeah, they could be a nice thick, like a thin plastic or a thicker cardboard or whatever it is that you can flip the sides of. Give us 6 different diorama scenarios, whether it be Savage Land, a Shi'ar ship, a city street, Genosha, whatever you want to do. Throw them all in there, or just even do the grid from the 90s, or do like the steel panels from the John Byrne era. Throw them all in there, interchangeable. Then you can put traps in there.
Yeah.
Have that. I know it's just like everyone's like, but that's just the Rancor coming with bones, right? It's just like, I don't care. This is a diorama at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
So you just have that, and then you do the viewing area that can hold 4 figures.
Yeah.
And have it light up. And if they want to do something special with it, have it come with Professor X in the wheelchair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And then with that, you can do so much. Because even if you do all the traps, like the loops that are on fire, the closing walls, whatever you want to have in there, you can alternate them and change them up how you want. You can put your villains in there to do a setup. You can put your 4 characters you want watching in there too. You could do the jungle gym hanging from the ceiling for your Nightcrawlers and your beasts.
Yeah. I
think it would be such a fun thing to do. Yeah. And if you really wanted to make it like really go all out and say, hey, we're going to make this a $400 diorama playset, which would probably make everyone super pissed off. But I would also put the chair and the hat in there and then have Cerebro. So you
of course. Yeah.
This way, if let's say you decided to buy 2 of them, you could have a Danger Room, and then you could also have it on the other side, have it be Cerebro. Boom. There's your X mansion right there.
Yeah. No, right? I agree.
I don't know. That's my train of thought of what I would do.
No, I think that's fair because it really outside of, and I know there's other things out there, like I'm hearing Celestials and stuff like that, but Fing Fang Foom's the last of the I guess you have Apocalypse, but I don't want a 24-inch Apocalypse, right? Like I don't want one that big.
Look, I know I think it was Ken Toy Connections. He did a thing like, oh, we see the pattern.
Sure.
Apocalypse is next. That was his clickbait.
Yes.
Right. And I was just like, for when I looked at it, I was like, I can't, if they do that, then I need more Street Fighter characters to go with that. and honestly, I just need the waist up anyways.
Sure.
Right? Like,
sure. Yeah.
Like that's all I would need. But I think if I was going to do another big fig as well, if we're going to stick with X-Men, give us a big mega deluxe Onslaught.
Yeah.
Right? Because he fought everybody at the end.
Yep.
Like and that was gang, but there it is. Mega Man Blade. Thank you. Right? Onslaught. And with him as well, you can have the back open up, put Franklin Richards inside, put X-Man inside. There's so much you can do still. Like, So I don't know. To me, I just feel like start doing, like, I would totally be down for dioramas. I don't necessarily need a Quinjet. A Quinjet would be amazing.
I want a Quinjet. Like I want it, but I know that you can't make a 6-inch scale one, right? It would be, unless you also kind of made it trivially small, like the Toy Biz one or whatever. It just wouldn't work. That's why I kind of wish they still had a legacy scale or did Marvel Universe. Like that would be really cool, like a 3 3/4-inch Quinjet. That would be amazing. But they just when did that go off shelves? It's been a minute, right? It's been 10 years,
like over 10 years now at this point.
Which again, I think in general, people definitely prefer Legends to the 3 3/4-inch, right? Like there's more history there versus Star Wars, which has like 40 years of 3 3/4-inch history versus 10.
Yeah, I remember when the Marvel Universe stuff came out, and I was super hesitant about it. It's kind of like what I am with right now with like G.I. Joe Classified. Because I went so hard in on the Anniversary Joes that I was like, I don't need the same figures in another scale.
Yeah.
So as beautiful as Classified is, I'm just getting my favorite characters.
Sure.
That's kind of it. I'm cherry picking.
But I think what Classified has benefited from is the fact that there was enough smaller scale vehicles where they've been able to tap into that on the Haslab side, where we've gotten a beautiful Hiss tank. And oh my God, that Dragonfly in person, it's massive and it's incredible. But as a 3 3/4-inch vehicle, it's like this big, you know? So the upscale there works for them. Whereas Marvel's a little bit like, because I get what they were doing with the Engine Avengers. They're okay, we're trying to make a vehicle.
Right.
But there's just not a lot of there's not like the Batmobile or something like that where.
Well, even the Fantastic Car is just a bathtub with 4
Exactly.
seats.
Yeah. It's just, there's not. Look, there's a lot of things I love about Marvel, but they don't got the car game. You know, they just don't have that good car game.
No, they have the jet game.
Yes, which jets are big.
Jets are, and here that's the thing too. Like these
Punisher van would probably be, but even that, like I don't know if Punisher van really. It's not Batmobile. It's not.
Depends on it. Well, that could work, but I think even now, even due to current American.
Yeah, it's true. People kind of ruined the Punisher.
Like they're kind of steering away from Punisher at the moment. Spider-Mobile would be great. I think that would.
But it's just the Marvel characters don't need vehicles as much as I guess Batman does.
But again, like I was saying about the jets, and you were saying how they're big. Like these vehicles are meant to carry teams of 6 or 7.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
Right. Like end of the day, that's what we want.
All right, let's check in with the chat. I started a few things as we were going along here.
Yeah.
Here we go. Matt Bush, math is hard. Recalled Talking Barbie. I gotta see. Is Barbie out again? It's on. I gotta watch that. I saw it in theater. I want it on digital. Michael Woods, just $2. Thank you, Michael Woods. Collecting Star Wars Danger Room diorama. If people are feeling your Danger Room diorama idea. Fing Fang Foom, baby. Yeah. Absolutely. And I think Fing Fang Foom transcends comic people, right? It's just a big ass dragon. He's just cool. Like
he is just cool.
Like there's no, you don't have to be a fan.
You know, and he's appeared like in Iron Man and Fantastic Four. There's you know, he's a big deal.
That's one of the Toy Biz ones I never got or I never put together. So
Devil Dinosaur would be another fun one if they did it right.
Yeah. Yep. I think there was some of that in the chat too. Hall of Armor that is modular stackable will sell like hotcakes.
Ooh, yep.
That's true. Jace agreeing with you here. Boom, sharing a brain. Dole. $5 super chat for Michael Woods. I'm desperately hoping the next Haslab is Into the Spider-Verse Green Goblin.
My biasness agrees. My bias agrees.
Or what about a Da Vinci Vulture? Oh, that'd be cool.
Da Vinci Vulture. I really hope. I was always kind of bummed out that they never did like a second wave or a real first wave of Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
They kind of did the movie comic book mixture thing that they were doing.
It was like 4 figures in that way, 4 or 5 maybe.
Right. Yeah, because we got like Prowler and Gwen. Yeah. And Miles and Peter.
Yeah.
And then we eventually got Ham and because we still haven't gotten Penny.
Ham was
Parker.
with what's her name?
Noir. Well, there's two
Noir?
Hams. One comes with
There's
Noir,
two
and one
Hams.
comes
You're
with.
You're right.
We got two Hams. Right? I like companion hams. I think that should be a thing. Companion hams with your legends. And so because we still haven't gotten Olivia Octavius, which I would kill to have. Right? And we haven't gotten a big deluxe Kingpin.
Yep. Oh man. Like
there's so much in these animated movies that like I said, when they still haven't made Penny, we haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg yet with this stuff.
No.
So, and there's enough time between movies at this point, since the other one is now pushed indefinitely, that I think we could probably get 2 or 3 more waves. And I know people were kind of upset that we got Sweatpants Parker in the wave of Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, that was a wasted slot. Slot.
Nope. I'm glad they made it because I needed it. So
I know, but there's just I think it wouldn't be a problem if we knew there's gonna be another wave of figures coming out.
That's true.
And it's like, okay, sure, whatever.
Because we don't know.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Because we've only gotten when did the first movie come out? 4 years ago? 3 years ago?
2018.
2018. How long ago is that? I don't know. 5 years ago?
Yeah.
Jeez, god dang, time, man. But in 5 years, we've gotten 1.5 waves of Spider-Verse figures. We've gotten, is that
we've
8?
Gotten, what is it, 5 waves of Disney Plus?
Yeah, exactly.
But I think that comes to, I don't know if that's like down to a Disney thing too, because it's Disney that makes the money off off the merchandise. So even if it's Spider-Verse, it's a Sony movie.
Yeah.
Disney makes the money. So which is why you still kind of see like they did have Spider-Verse shirts at the Disney parks this summer.
Yep.
But that doesn't mean just because they make money off it doesn't mean they want to promote it. Right? There's a lot of pettiness between these studios, even though they all seem to like to stand together for not paying people.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just like their priorities are really messed up. It's
screw you, but let's stand together and not pay our employees.
Right? It's so wild. So it's just, to me, it's just like, so I don't know. I don't know exactly how that works. And it's some of that inside baseball stuff that I'll probably never, I might find out eventually. I'm the office oracle at work. So I usually find information out some way or another through somebody. I just need to start asking the right people.
I'll just say this, though. It feels out of anything Marvel, anything, I'd argue the Spider-Verse films are at the top of anything Marvel. I mean, not even Marvel, comic book, period, in the past decade.
Yeah, or even animation.
And I'd put comic and animation in the past decade, some of the most culturally significant things that have been made in pop culture are those two films.
I still think without Spider-Verse, we don't get this amazing Ninja Turtle movie.
Oh, absolutely. I think the ripple effects of breaking the Pixar style are going to be felt for a long time after this. Yeah. So to me, it is a travesty that we've only gotten like 8 figures.
Right. I agree.
I know you agree because it's like you've worked on both films, but still. Anyway, that's that. 2 guys talking toys, $300 Danger Room diorama. Watch the fans rabble. But how, as you were describing it, Doyle, I think it's far more than just a shoebox. I feel like you could really make it really cool.
Yeah.
X-Mansion and Danger Room. Lab Rat sounds like a $600 shoebox.
Could be.
Ricochet Rick, better luck getting an Ewok village. Toying around. Yeah, Dole, Danger Room. I would back that thing up. A lot of super chats. Let me get to those. Wolf the Wicked, $5 super chat. This buck alone gives us so many options. We could get Goliath, or even Goliath. And let's not forget Goliath. There are 4 Goliaths.
Do you know who else would be another giant figure that we would need as well as from Thunderbolts? We would need Atlas.
Yeah.
Right? To complete that set as well. There's lots. I mean, there's lots of big people.
Red Foreman, $5 super chat. Daily Bugle building with inside office, outside walls for Spidey. Come with Robbie and Betty Brant. Haslab would be a way to get Holocaust/Nemesis.
Yes, to all of that. Absolutely.
Terrence St. John, we're about to get a Filmation attack track. We can get a Quinjet. Stop saying we can't get it, Jay. That's stack track holds another attack track. I get it, but that's a 5.5 inch scale. It's a smaller scale. Just
attack track's not gonna win.
I don't think it is, Terrence.
But it's okay. I love that your love for, and you know what? I've been wrong so many times about Motu. That guess what? Now that I've said that, you're getting an attack track, sir. So
we'll talk about that next. We'll talk about the Mattel Creations vote next. Brian Brink, $5 super chat. Would be interesting to see what Engine Adventures would have cost with no figs included. Maybe we'll see in a future vehicle-based Haslab. I wonder if they would have said, we're not baking in the cost for these extra figures and new tooling. We'll just give you the vehicle. Yeah, I think it would have. If it was, say, I don't know, $200, $250 or something, I think it would have.
Oh, you mean the Bratz car?
Yeah, the
yeah,
Bratz
right.
I think it would have. I think it would have backed. Just that thing turned sideways real fast.
I'm salty about it. I'm salty about it.
Terrence St. Sean, $5 for chat. Really think Mattel kind of screwed up by not giving us more information on alternative choice options. We'll get to that next, Terrence. We'll get to that next. Thank you for the super chat, though. $4 super chat or £4 super chat from Damien. Frost Giant, Mangog, Ultimo, Apocalypse next. Again, I think I want like a 12-inch Apocalypse. I don't want a 24-inch Apocalypse.
Yeah, agreed.
It's too much.
I agree.
Too much. That's too much Apocalypse. Snell's World, $2 super chat. Should be retail like Hasbro's, Transformers, Titans. But I think Transformers has a different audience than Marvel Legends. Not to mention SKU wise. If you look at Marvel I think it's the same problem that I had with the X-Men 97 stuff that I put in my review. The Marvel is one whole kind of area of a toy section.
Correct.
And that's what the space that they have. And that has to be for the kids stuff, the movie stuff, the Legends stuff, the role play stuff. And so Marvel has a decent sized section in a Target or a Walmart or whatever, but there's only so much SKU space versus Transformers, which, has the big stuff, the medium stuff, and the small stuff, and they can kind of just fill it out. Just Legends itself does have a good footprint, but it's not big enough to accommodate a SKU that big, I think is
right.
Especially when you like, I have the Galactus, I have the Sentinel. Those boxes are massive. There's nowhere to put that in a retail shelf.
Right. Agreed.
So anyway, that's but I understand. I'm not gonna argue against the point of like it should be in retail. But Ricochet right there. Excuses, bring on the big. Sure, yeah. If we had a magic wand and be like, yes, we still have the toy aisles of Toys R Us from 1980s to 1990s where they had just big warehouse, Costco style aisles where you could put big ass toys. But Toys R Us is gone in the US and the toy footprint is, if you're talking about like, quote unquote boys toys, it's like in most Targets, one aisle, maybe two aisles. For even everything.
Hang on, I'll give you a heads up about our Toys R Us as well.
Mm-hmm.
So like they've kind of moved everything around a little bit. So now the boys' toys, the action figure section, now connects to the video game and collector section. So that's where like they would have that collector section. That's where now we get like Super 7, NECA, all of that. So even like you'll have an end cap of Mutant Mayhem. All you have to do is look to the side, look to the left, but there's NECA.
Yeah.
Right. So everything's still kind of like separate, but still fairly close.
Yeah.
So all that action figure stuff now blends.
Nice.
The Lego section is massive.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the pink aisles, there's like 5 of them.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's like, of course, bikes, sporting goods.
Mm-hmm.
The Babies R Us section 2 is also absolutely massive.
Yeah. Yeah, before they closed here, Babies R Us took up a good chunk of it as well.
Right.
And as a human being that has procreated multiple times. The Babies R Us was a beneficial section of that store that we ended up using quite a bit back when it was a thing.
Right. So what I'm saying is, in that Toys R Us, or even the ones up here, I still feel like the action figure aisles are the smallest aisles compared to the rest of the store.
And that's true. Even I'm trying to remember, Toys before they closed down, that the action figure section was maybe 2 or 3 aisles, maybe 4,
right? Bit of the back wall there.
But at least at like a new Star Wars movie or something, it would get that big, just 2 rows and a middle section just filled with stuff. Kind of like what we saw, or at least I saw pictures, like Kevin's pictures from Toys R Us with turtle stuff. Just like he had the middle section, walls.
Dude, what a great month that was.
But anyway, okay. Great conversation. And yeah, I guess the Marvel team, they'll figure out what to do next for sure. SoCal Shallon dropping to say, hey, what's up, Jay, Ryan, and leave my like. Gotta catch us on replay tomorrow. Have a great, thank you so much, SoCal Shallon. Yeah, exactly. Babies R Us was a great way to get excuse to go hunting. Jay with the humble brag about laying pipe. Good Lord. Anyway.
Hey, if it makes you feel better, he still has virgin energy.
Oh, that was good. That was good. All right, let's keep moving on here. So in other crowdfund news, we got ourselves a vote.
Ooh.
For Mattel Creations, to which they have given the fans a chance to vote for the 2 of these 5 that they would prefer to be the next kind of crowdfund Mattel Creations sets. We did a stream on this on GDL2 earlier this week, and as Terrence St. John said, we have a Filmation style attack track, so the big van attack track with the ability to fit another attack track inside of it. Which I don't know, that's what she said? I'll put one in there anyway.
That's what she said.
So I know this is a dream vehicle for a lot of people. So I think that's pretty cool. And then we've got the Doom Tower, which looks cool. In our vote that we did, during that live stream, it got, I don't know, it was in 4th place, I think, the Doom Tower. I'll do another vote here tonight to let people decide. And then we've got the Fright Zone with some additional features, as well as all the iconic elements from the original Fright Zone. And then we have the Horde Crawler Tank, which I kind of didn't. I think this was the 5th place when we didn't even vote on this one. I think this is the biggest pass on it, but some people got pissed at me for saying that, but I'm just like, it's cool, but I don't need it. And then we have a new style play set for the lovely Lady Slither. I have her right here. She goes on sale on Tuesday.
Oh, how did you get one? Oh, right. You're a shell now.
Geek shill life.
Right? No, that's awesome. I'm stoked that you got that, by the way.
Thank you. I'm still buying one on Tuesday. We'll do a stream on GDL2 for the purchase experience, but this has been teased in art for a while now, and we have a chance to potentially get a real life snake layer playset for Lady Slither. So, anytime you have a chance for new playsets, I think it's really exciting, even though I think this attack track is really cool. And this tank is a tank. For me, I feel like the Fright Zone, and this is what I voted for. I voted for Fright Zone and the Snake Layer. Those are my 2 favorite things that I see here. Doell, I don't know if you voted yet. Today's the last day to vote, by the way, people. So, and get your votes in. I'll put a link to this in the chat. There's a link.
I will always exercise my right to vote.
Good. That's great.
This is going to be so lame, Jay. I voted for the exact same 2 things.
But right, so okay, do you have similar sentiments as I to these then? Like,
well, yeah, I think so. Especially for the Slitherlin layer, right? This is, I kind of wish it showed the other side, and I kind of wish it showed the play features like the new Fright Zone had, where it kind of shows you, oh, this is now a trapdoor, and now we've got these like man-eating plants and all this kind of stuff. So I was kind of like, I wish this showed that, but just based on this art alone. I think I even said this on Toy Anxiety. I would get this and probably just, even if I don't get Lady Slytherin, I would just put my Battle Beasts on it. This is so freaking cool.
It's a cool ass playset, right?
It is very cool.
Right here, comics. I feel like that snake playset would have to go with my Cobra Classified figures instead. Like it has.
I think that's what always, to me, also makes a very good playset is when you can use it for different things.
Oh, absolutely.
Like again, you and I have talked about this ad nauseum about like how things, when they strike our imagination and like are we already playing pretend in our head when we look at something, and this 100% does that for me.
Yep, completely agree, right? Like there's just play sets I had as a kid that would be multiple things. Like the Firehouse play set, it was a lot of things. Like there was times it was part of my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles setup where I would have the sewer and I'd have like, it would be one of the buildings on the top end, or it would be my bat cave when I lost my bat cave. Like it could do multiple things, you know? Like
I was the same way for like, and the Fright Zone. I used to use that for my Battle Beasts all the time. Like the original one.
Oh yeah.
Like, that was their play area. I know a lot of people are just like, they didn't, I don't know if people liked it or not. Like, but for me, because the only two play sets I had from Masters was I had Eternia, and I had the Fright Zone. It was like the biggest and the smallest. I didn't have Snake Mountain. I didn't have Grayskull. I had the other two, and I'll tell you, man, I made the absolute most of it, which is why when we go, can we flip to the Fright Zone for one hot minute? Like, is the dragon in this? It looks articulated.
It's either needs to be our big articulated dragon, or it needs to be a puppet. I kind of maybe it can be both. I want a puppet and an articulated dragon head.
You're right. But I love these updates. I've always loved that scary tree with the crows on it and stuff. I love that they added a trapdoor because it had the jail cell, but now it's got a trapdoor. It's a complete, fully realized playset.
Yep, exactly.
You got both of those things. And it looks like it's got another door there too on the back, a back door, breakout door to the jail cell. This is sweet. I love it.
Yeah. Let's see, puppet. So I thought, here you go. Stretch Cole, puppet. There you go. I think again the rock monster and this little additional Venus plant maybe were the original concepts for the Fright Zone.
I wonder.
It's cool that they're here.
I'm gonna get Pixel Dan on the phone. He might.
Exactly. We need our historian. KL hashtag don't give a slight zone.
Wow.
I think Kate is really into the Horde tank, if I remember correctly.
Good on her. And stand your ground on that. And make
I respect it. I respect it 100%. All right, let me put it in the chat. Sorry, okay, Doel, we're picking 4. What 4 am I putting in for the poll? Definitely. This is one I left out last time. Should I leave it out again?
No.
Okay. What do I kick out? Do I kick out the Doom Tower?
Let's kick out the lair, the Slytherin lair, because that to me seems like the runaway go ahead. Okay. Let's take a look at the other 4. Let's do the other 4 that don't get the fanfare that the rest of us are giving.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's see. All right, let me add. All right, so we've got the Hordak or Horde tank, I should say.
I like the Horde tank. It reminds me of Wolverine's motorbike from the
which I always, even as a kid, I was like, this is stupid. Let me try and jam those things in so it flipped the face on it.
But this is cool. This makes sense to me when I look at this.
Yes, I could see Hordak putting his face on his own tank. Yeah, for sure. Attack track. And then we'll go Doom Tower. And Fright Zone. All right, so we're assuming that the Snake Lair is in.
Yes.
Snake Lair is in.
We're just we are just going to assume that one's a runaway hit, and that's a for sure one that's happening.
Yeah.
That's how we're treating it.
So I'm putting the poll in right now. So we're all assuming the snake layer is in. So now you got to pick for the second slot, which you have the Horde Tank, the Attack Track, Doom Tower, and the Fright Zone. Let your voices be heard. Even though you really should vote on that because this has no consequence to the vote. So make sure you go vote on the actual voting.
So after you vote here, go vote there because it's important.
Kate, this is your chance. The tank's in there. Yes, stand with me. Stand with the Horde.
I respect that. I
absolutely. Vote Doom Tower.
Oh, this is it. This is how we divide America.
Oh man. So yeah, to me, this is my ranking, I would say, Doel, is the Snake Lair, Fright Zone, Attack Track, Doom Tower, and Horde Tank. How would you rank these 5?
To be honest, I always kind of feel like the Fright Zone is in a battle up against either the Attack Track or the Doom Tower. Because again, Doom Tower is a completely new playset.
It is.
Right? And it actually does look pretty cool. And again, this is another playset that you could use with other franchises if you like your other toys if you wanted to. Right? I could definitely see me putting my Muppets Gonzo on that throne. But you know what I mean, right? Like you could I feel like you can add so much to this as well. So I think this is another fun one that I think this one actually has a good chance of getting in there before the Fright Zone does.
Yeah.
And I can see a lot of people treating the Fright Zone as like that should be in the store.
Well,
it's small enough that it should be. I don't know why it isn't.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I agree with the sentiment, right? Yeah, Fright Zone and Doom Tower should have been one playset. Like it basically solves for the joke about the Fright Zone. It's like, well, that's not really where the Horde were hanging out. It's not a Horde place. It's just it's a thing,
Right.
So yeah, I agree. I agree with that sentiment completely. All right, people are getting their votes in. We're at 146 votes. That's incredible. We have 154 likes, but there's over 500 or around 550 people watching right now. So get those likes in.
Get those likes.
Hit the like button.
Hey, if all of us buy 2 Giant Mans today, if everyone watching, if we all back 2,
we'd still be short.
We're still short, but I mean it's a good jump.
Oh man. Okay, so let's vote for the He-Man mom van. Hey, listen, I drive a minivan. It's cool as hell. Okay, people shit on minivans. They're cool. They're great. All right, I'm gonna end the poll. Doel, where do you think this poll landed here?
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna say number 1 still is Fright Zone because we hyped it up.
Well, you would be incorrect. The number 1 voted for when we're assuming that the Snake Lair wins, in the first spot is Attack Track at 31%.
Dang, that's a good chunk.
That's a good chunk. 30% were on Fright Zone, so it was very close.
Okay.
And the Doom Tower at 23%. And I'm sorry, Kate. Horde Tank, 14%. Not great.
Hey, but at least it was there. It got representation this time. Right?
So, but you know what? So what if who knows? This is not, we're a portion of the Motu Origins fan base for this vote, but it'd be shocking to me if it was like Snake Lair and Attack Track, or I don't know. It would be shocking.
More of a shock to me if Snake Lair didn't get in at all.
I agree. Yeah. Yep.
To me, that would be the what happened.
Yeah. Where did we go wrong? All right, let's keep moving on here. We've got some new superpowers. It's great you're already here, Doel. Finally, we talked about this figure. Was it a year ago?
A year ago. It was like laying there next to the first one, the first Wonder Woman, really.
Yes.
It got to the point where I actually didn't think it was real.
Right? It was like, was it a kit bash or something?
Yeah, that's what I was starting to think. That I was like, I actually don't think that toy was real. I think somebody threw that in there and wanted to F with us. Well,
now it's officially announced. They announced it yesterday on Twitter, Instagram, and whatnot. McFarlane Toys. It's going to be a Walmart exclusive, so we're continuing the trend of the bad guys becoming a Walmart exclusive, which kind of sucks.
That is such a dick move.
It is because I went to one of my closest Walmart today that has a healthy superpower section, but they're still rocking Wave 2, or Wave 3. Okay, don't make me too dramatic. But like
the only ones I can find in store now is the Batman Who Laughs and maybe a couple Dark Sides.
Oh, so mine was pretty healthy with 3. So it was like Nightwing, Deathstroke.
Deathstroke.
Yeah, like it was pretty healthy with Wave 3, but nothing else.
Wow. Okay.
So
interesting.
Yeah.
No Flash? Usually Flash is like the big peg warmer. I find it's not so much now.
Which is surprising, yeah. Because I think we just have that being superpowers fans and then collecting superpowers. Like Flash, like there's a million Flashes on card. It was also like a baggy mail away Flash because there was always a bunch of bagged Flashes.
Yep.
Him and what was the New Gods one?
I want to say
Steppenwolf. It was
Steppenwolf
was the other big bagged one.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, cool. I may never see because I still haven't seen Black Manta. So
I actually went. That's why I was like, oh, while I'm here, I'm gonna go check to see if I can find you a Black Manta.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Because I was like, I'll just pick up if there's a bunch there like there was last time. I'll just go pick up 4 because it was because there was literally like an end cap.
Yeah.
Of Batmobiles and a whole like other section of the end cap was all Black Manta and then that latest wave.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I didn't even think to grab more because I was like, well, if there's this many, well, clearly it's not going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
Well, turns out I was wrong.
Yep. I love Getting Well Actually by Allison. Thank you, Allison, for that one. Steppenwolf was actually the Wave 1 mail away figure.
Ah.
So when was the Flash then? I thought Flash would have been the first mail away figure.
I'm trying to even think. When I think mailway figures, I always think of Clark Kent, and I still don't own one of those either. I really need to.
I'm thankful I got a clean one at a reasonable price once upon a time, a few years back.
I'll find. He's not like he's hard to find. It's just you just got to be prepared to pay.
Exactly. Yeah. Labrat, the $5 super chat. Thank you, Labrat. Mattel is padding the votes for the Snake Lair with all the Snake Men, Lady Slither, and all the art they probably already have in production. Probably.
Yep.
Probably. Going back to me being a shill, I love this one, Flash. Jay is not a shill. He's just a close personal friend with Mr. Mattel. Big difference. Huge.
Yes.
I'm just really good friends with them. That's not the same.
That's okay. I'm really good friends with Mr. Sony, so I know what it's like.
Yeah. Terrence St. John with the $2 super chat. I think Horde Tower has a slime pit in it. It does. It does. Right? We can see some slime. There's some slime there. That's slime.
I just thought it was just green plastic.
Why am I dripping with goo?
Oh,
right there.
Sure enough.
Yeah.
Huh. Would you look at that? That's cool. Am I changing my vote?
Oh.
I'll have to use my work computer and go vote for this one. And the tank just to help out Kate.
Shills are paid. Exactly. And
right.
I have yet to be paid for any of it, but I guess you could say a toy is being paid. I don't know. But no, there's no payments. Let's see. So Duplicos are in Mexico and Manta's in Canada. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Sorry, America, you can't have it all.
No.
Go enjoy your Disney park.
Yeah, no universal health care, no Mantas, no Duplicos. Hey, but yeah, we got the Disney parks. We got 2 of those.
That's
Two of those. Oh my god. So anyway, and Hani Mefti, we've only had 4 villains of McFarlane superpowers so far. That's too little. And 2 of them are Walmart exclusives.
No, we've got Darkseid was wave 1.
So 5.
Then the Batman Who Laughs.
Oh.
Deathstroke.
6.
Manta and Reverse Flash. Professor Zoom.
So 2 of them.
2 out of 3 is bad. Regardless what Meatloaf says in this particular scenario, 2.
Old meat. Rest in peace.
Yep.
No, Jay isn't a shill. He's a lobbyist. No, lobbyists get paid good money, even more than a shill. lobbyists get that good money. But anyway, so yeah, hopefully this is relatively easy to find, but I'm not going to hold my breath.
I'll always make sure from now on I buy 2. That's just gonna be.
Yeah, you're gonna disregard Dan Larson's trademark term. Leave one for the next collector. Be like, sorry, Dan.
Hey, let's put it this way: if they got a shelf full again, I'm leaving 10 for the next collector. He's taking 2.
That's true. I've never thought about the leave 1 for the next collector term in that way, where it's like, okay, Dan, there was 10 and I took 9. I still left 1 for the next collector.
By the way, one of those is out of the 2 is not for me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm helping a poor friend finish his much needed superpowers collection. This is more of a charity case than a hoarding situation. Don't you like charity, Dan?
Oh man. Can we just take a little victory lap here? All the tiers unlocked for the ghosts. We were worried about it, but nope, all of them unlocked. And since we hit Zeb at 17,000, we're ended up at 2150, somewhere around there. We're also going to get Sabine and Chopper with the card backs. Did you back this or no?
Oh yes, and it cost me a lot.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you ship it directly to you, or you like shipping it to like an American friend across the border?
No, I'm getting it shipped to me. Like a dumbass. Like a dumbass. I should have went the Jake Stevens route.
Yeah, why'd you go the Jake Stevens route?
I do this. I don't think about it, right? And I always just like, can I burden you with this giant toy? Like, can I?
You just put it in his garage, and then you'll pick it up whenever it gets there.
Because he lives in like America, where like things are cheap, and you can just buy a house for $1. Yeah, but I'm really excited about this. It did, like those Hasbro peeps, they charged that card immediately afterwards. Like that thing hit. I love how your ads like completely represent the Haslab with the couple fighting and then all the money coming out of the machine. It's just like, oh yeah, that's what buying a Haslab is all about. That's what it is. But I love this thing. It is. Look, I have no room for this. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have a year. It's not even like, I know we could say it's a future Doell problem, but if I need to figure this out now, because this could be, I don't want this to be a future Doell problem. I want this to be a future Doell solve. Like it just needs to.
Just hang it from your ceiling. It'll be fine.
I'm not going to be that dude. I'm not going to be that dude. Because I got Jabba's Palace coming too.
I know. Yeah.
God. Why did I become that guy? Why did I decide like, oh, I want all the big ships and play sets? I don't understand why I did that.
But it's just, it's so beautiful. It's going to be the biggest Star Wars ship ever made. And it's Rebels. And God, I mean, I guess we don't get too far into a spoiler, but it made it just in time. The ghost finally showed up on Tuesday, right before this thing ended.
We could like to assume that helped it. But I think once things like, I think once that episode was good in general, and because this has the Ahsoka name on it, I think that's what did it more so than it showing up for 2 minutes.
Yeah, agreed.
Right now, we just need a Carson Tava to go with it.
Yeah, we need. I mean, come on, I feel like his introduction in that episode. He had kind of a hero's entrance in that episode.
Dude, we found out that Hera and Carson Teva hooked up at one point. They absolutely did. I'm going to get more into it on Boba Squadron. I'll explain to you why. And once I say it, you'll be like, oh, of course. Of course, it's that obvious, because it is. So make sure everyone tunes into Boba Squadron on Toying Around on Tuesday night after Ahsoka.
Okay, there you go. And again, it's Toying Around on YouTube.
Yes.
Check it out. I was on the one of his Thursday unboxing streams.
Yes. And next week, the whole Toy Anxiety crew is on Unboxing Thursdays.
Oh, I'm kind of jealous.
Dude, I'm the hardest working man in toy streaming.
And yeah, toy streaming. Which who knew that would be a thing?
Who would have known?
But it is.
Here I am.
But you know, actually, yeah, I like this idea. Carson with the X-wing. Give us an X-wing. His X-wing with the Carson Teva.
That's exactly what I want for the first release, and then the second release is him on Coruscant from Mando season 3, where he's just kind of in his cities. I want that, or even if they still did just him at the bar in his flight suit and the jacket, like I would be down with that. He's got multiple looks now. He's been in every show. Let's make it happen, folks.
It's at this point, it's getting awkward that it hasn't happened yet. So Hasbro Star Wars team, get it done. Toy Collector, I'm on this week. Well, there you go, Blake Wright. Go check it out this week too. Just go subscribe. Toying Around. Just do it. Do yourself a favor.
Yeah.
I would completely agree. Kyle Pearson's hardest working toy tuber. I would agree. That man puts out like 7 reviews a day. Like it just doesn't. It doesn't make sense. Like it takes me 3 days of work to do one review. That man drops so many. It's incredible. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that.
I have to reserve like 3 days of energy just to do like anything.
Hut Slayer Carson, we're gonna start fan casting some different
No, I want a Carson Teva Hera Sedula 2-pack. Right, put Jason in there too, and then it's just like, you know, family that busts together, but Star Wars, that's all it is.
All right. And then let's keep it on the Star Wars train. This one's a miss, I think. I'm so sick of these damn. I haven't put the clip in yet from Steve Harvey. I'm so sick of these damn toys. I'm so sick of these damn carbonized toys. Meh. What's your thoughts?
I'm a fan of the scale in general.
That's true. You don't like Black Series, period.
I do have like a couple because it's like I needed to get Rex from the Disney parks. Sure. Right. So like, and again, too, someone asked like if they made Carson Teva in Black Series, would you get it? Absolutely. I will always get my boy.
Okay, sure.
Right? No matter the scale kind of thing.
Yep.
But I mean, like, I don't know. I always try to be like when I'm actually trying to like be supportive to collectors, and just be like what you like. Yeah. And I still try to hype something up, even if it's something that maybe not necessarily be for me, to just kind of be like, yo, you should get these.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Sometimes like credit collection and these carbonized stuff, I just get kind of like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's a no for me, dog, for sure.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what.
I want Kanan to say that. I want Kanan to show up as a Force ghost at the end of Ahsoka, and he sees that it's Hera and Teva that's been hooking up, and then we see Force Ghost Kanan show up. He's like, "That's gonna be a no from me, dog."
You know, we've joked about these holiday Star Wars figures. The Halloween ones were a lot of fun, but I'll tell you what,
I love these.
These Christmas ones, Nutcracker Stormtrooper, sign me up. This is cool. This is cool.
And that's a gingerbread mouse droid. Right? Like, to me, this is the best thing to come out of Black Series, to be honest.
Yes.
And this is to me, these are like great for like under the tree.
Yeah.
Around your
Christmas decorations. I'd put these out.
They're so good. I didn't like last year's set so much because a lot of them were just wearing like they just did a
Christmas sweater patterns or whatever. Yeah,
and I wasn't like a big fan. I have a bunch of the first wave. I think I was only missing one from the first wave because they were all, and again, just like these, there's one exclusive per different store. So it made things a real pain in the ass. Like Walmart canceled my pre-order on mine, and I was like, well, forget it. But these are amazing. I think it's so weird to me. Like I remember when Hasbro announced these at San Diego, and you'd hear like the bunch of like freaking dudes just like, oh, terrible. And I'm just like, you guys are no fun.
Yeah.
Because I think if there's one thing that Star Wars toys is missing, is bright colors and a little bit of fun. Like just a little, just go, be silly sometimes. It's okay.
Yeah.
And I think these are not only like they're silly, they're fun, they're cute. And you only have to display them 1 month at it. Well, depending on how long. Some people keep their Christmas trees up for 6 months. But I'm just saying, like,
or Halloween's done and then it's Christmas for 2 months.
Right. So I mean, there you go. But I think these are so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. These are, and again, like I agree. Last year's didn't hit as well. These ones,
and they came out. The 2020 ones came out at a weird time too, because there was the Bumble from Rudolph that was Chewbacca. That was fun. And I didn't even see that one. I haven't seen that one in human form. That's fun too.
I would say this is Hanukkah colors, right? With this is great.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, great.
They should
great
do like
job
they should do like a Kwanzaa trooper.
Sure. Yeah, give us all the holidays.
Give us all the holidays. Just do a little bit of representation for all of them. I'm totally down with it.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I want more Halloween ones too. Like I know that Disney does their Halloween droids and their Christmas droids, which I love, and I always get someone to grab them for me because I think they're the best.
Yep.
But yeah, do more Halloween stuff. I'm surprised we haven't gotten a Stormtrooper with a Jack-o'-lantern deco on it. Like it seems like
because the I loved because there was that one and there was the we haven't got a Jack-o'-lantern. We got a skull one,
which was awesome.
The Wookiee, the Wolfman Wookiee.
Yep, also great.
But we don't have any, right? There's none that have been announced for this year.
No, like give me a vampire Count Dooku.
Ooh. Yes, but it's too late now, right? They would have done it at Comic-Con.
It's true, but I mean, hey, 2024 is coming up.
That's true.
Before you know it.
That's true. It'll be here before we know. I can't believe Halloween's already coming up. I have like no earthly idea how that's happened.
It's time.
If you're hearing noises, because I'm teeing up photos for a little segment we like to call Stump Doell.
We're not doing that.
No, you don't want to stump
I need everyone to email to tonightgotham@gmail.com. We're going to stump Jay.
Oh, okay.
So if anyone's got anything, email me at tonightgotham, one word, at gmail.com. And we're going to put this guy who's always putting everyone else in the hot seat, acting all hot and high and mighty, gave Toy Sorceress like the hardest,
I didn't mean
one.
That's what people sent in.
And
that's what I had.
Wow,
I didn't choose it.
Of you, Jay. This is pretty chauvinistic crap. No one would send John ones this hard. I'll tell you that right now.
I think most of them were meant for John.
I think they were meant for John. I'm just trying to.
All right. So what's that email? I'll put it up here so everyone can see it. Was it tonight?
Tonight Gotham.
Tonight Gotham.
Yeah, tonight Gotham.
Gotham.
Yeah,
at Gmail.
Tonight. Yeah, at gmail.com.
Gmail, okay. Tonight Gotham at gmail.com.
Yeah.
All right. Here right now.
Make man, like, don't use mine for Stump Doell. It's too easy. Come on.
So send it to Tonight Gotham at Gmail. You got to do it right now because we're closing out the show. This is your chance. Stump me. Doell wants to turn the tables.
That's right.
Turntables have turned.
That's right. Doell will do anything to not do it.
So let me at least give shout outs to things that are happening. This discussion will continue on GDL After Dark because at least my topic for tonight on GDL After Dark is kind of related to the fact that this Motu Eternia's Choice, there's a couple of vehicles and some play sets, and in my mind I was like, I'm play sets all the way. And then I started thinking to myself, like, vehicles versus playsets, what are the ultimate toy accessory? So that'll be the After Dark theme, as well as our toy hauls. Doell will not be on Toy Anxiety, so this is your only chance to see this week's hauls from Doell. Plus, I got some good ones. So join us, GDL After Dark. Become a patron, only $5 a month. You get exclusive access to a bunch of stuff, including this, as well as our Discord. Our Discord is a lot of fun. So become a patron, patreon.com/geekdevi, $5 or more. You get to do that. All right. The other thing related to my hauls, and I got to thank Quip for sending me one that he got because the order went up while I was at Comic-Con, so I missed out on it. But he got one and was kind enough to sell it to me. And now I'll have a review of it. The McFarlane Batman Batmobile 2-pack.
Oh, wow.
Review is coming to the Geek Dad Life Prime channel. So make sure you hit subscribe and bell so you don't miss it. Targeting Tuesday for this video to drop on the channel. And I got to say, it's there's a lot of positives about this and some negatives as well. So definitely be on the lookout for that video when it drops.
Here's my first negative about it.
What?
One seat. God dang it. I don't think anyone wants to stump you, Jay.
Nobody sent anything in?
Nope, not a one.
Oh, that means I get to stump you.
Oh, is that how this... Okay.
All right, so last chance. If you have something to try and stump me with, you can send it to tonight. I spelled that right? TonightGotham@gmail.com.
Yeah, that's right. Here we go. Got one.
You got one?
Got one.
Okay.
Hey.
Should I sing the song for myself, or are you going to do the intro? Should you do the intro?
Yeah, give me the music.
I got you the music. Hold on. It may be a little weirdly delayed since we're two different whatever.
We'll figure it out. We're adults.
Okay, here we go.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to Stump That Jay. This is where we take these toys that he knows and he loves, and we let him know, hey, do you know what this is? And he'll answer, no, because I never have to guess. So welcome to Stump That Jay!
Bravo.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so you can share your screen and I'll plus it in. Just make sure you you do that. Stump that Jay. Stump Jay's rough. Magnificent. Ooh, jumble that Jay. Perfection, Doell. All right, I got to turn out. I will turn off the chat. Okay. Hold on, I just got to go to the private chat. There we go.
Make sure that this doesn't.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
This doesn't show up as we need it to. All right.
All right. Hold on. There we go.
Okay.
Damn it.
Just you've done this to everyone else.
It's I hate being on it.
So
I hate
now,
being on the other side of this.
Well, what's the advice you usually give? Just start talking it out.
Well, okay, so it's small, right? That's a smaller scale weapon.
Yeah, that's an American $quarter.
Yeah. Doell, no one says $quarter. We just say a quarter.
Oh, not even for liberty?
No.
Okay.
So I would say it's like a little gun handle. I'm gonna say it's a G.I. Joe classified of some sort. Is it a G.I. Joe?
It is not.
Oh, okay. Any hints? Is it modern or vintage?
It is modern.
Is modern. It's like a gun handle of some sort. Is it a Marvel Legend?
No. But it is Hasbro.
I've never seen a Star Wars thing look like that. Is it Transformers?
Think more outside your wheelhouse.
Oh, damn. Hasbro outside my wheelhouse. I'm trying to think of all the Hasbro stuff.
This is also a brand that gets PulseCon coverage.
Power Rangers?
No,
I like Power Rangers. PulseCon coverage.
That's the only time it gets one. It does not get a fan first, but it gets PulseCon coverage.
Ugh. Okay, so it's not Power Rangers, it's not G.I. Joe, it's not Transformers, it's not Marvel Legends, it's not Ghostbusters.
Nope.
It's not. Like, what's left? It's not Indiana Jones.
Nope.
Indy
got a fan first, by the way.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. But it gets a PulseCon?
Yes.
It's not Dungeons. Fudge. I don't know.
Okay, we'll come back to it.
Okay, let's come back to it.
Damn it. I'm going to stop screen sharing for 1 hot minute.
That's okay.
So this way, I need to come up with a different system here. Okay.
Oh, it's Fortnite.
Correct. Hang on.
Is it the banana guy? That's the only one I like. Banana guy, the cat guy, the fish jar head guy.
Oh wait, I'm wrong. The way the photos came in, everything's separated.
Oh, it's not so easy, is it?
It is not so easy. Okay. So we did kind of just ruin the other one. So we're going to keep going with this, but we're going to try again. Okay? Okay. So now, hang on. Let me get it.
So was that other one not Fortnite?
No. So it was not. Hang on.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, because now the way the photos came in, they came staggered.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's why I usually download them to my desktop and then I open them and rearrange them, so that I can be in more control.
That makes so much more sense.
Pro tip for stumping people.
Pro tip. Yes, no kidding. Hey guys, guess what? Jay has it a lot harder than we think. Okay, so we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to this.
Okay, all right.
Okay. All right. So now we're looking at this again.
All right.
Yeah, right, Chase. We stumped Doell. You did stump me. Correct.
All right.
So thank you. Okay, but this is still modern.
Okay, but it's not Hasbro then.
It's not Hasbro, and because I fucked up, that's my F-bomb for the night.
That's fine. Yeah, you get one.
It's something that you would find in store, but not in the toy section at a Walmart.
Huh? Not in a toy section. So this is the collector section then, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So think about the brands that you see.
Yeah. So you have NECA. So it's Best Action. Is this the Best Action accessory?
No.
It's not a NECA accessory. They don't do this scale.
Maybe I'm stumped again.
Maybe it is NECA. I don't know. Maybe it's like a NECA Aliens. Is it NECA Aliens?
There it is.
Okay. One of the Marines weapons or something?
Correct.
Is it the I don't know. Game Over Man? Like who do we got?
Hang on. I'm getting to it. If I can just get my screens to work proper. I got everything. I got too many things here, dude.
I'm not gonna look.
There it is. Well, it doesn't matter. You got him anyways.
Oh, okay, cool. There you go. Dwayne Hicks okay, perfect. Boom. Awesome.
Right? There it is.
All right.
Right. Okay. And then there's my Fortnite one that I effed up.
Oh, okay. All right.
It was this gun. So it was like all like, yes. There it
is. So did I do it? Did I win?
You did it. You got one. You did it. You're number one. You're number one. That was from Jace, by the way. And there's more. I got one here from
Jeff
throw it
White,
in there.
Come on, let's do this.
Okay. Give me.
I'm gonna turn off the chat again.
Okay. Whoop. Too many. There we go. I'm just gonna move this over like that. Oh, Tom, look at this.
Okay.
Oh, he just sent one photo. I don't even know what. I'm
it's like a bunch of
well.
stuff in one photo. Okay, that's exciting.
Oh, you might be able to get this.
Okay, let's see. Oh, that's Doc L.
Yeah, correct. Even I was like, okay, if I know what this is, Jay knows what this is.
Ha ha! Right,
that was a very good
did
one.
it.
That was from Jeff White. Thank you, Jeff White.
Boom.
Again, people are sending me one photo. I'd have to. I think you might. I think I know what this one is too. People are now trying to stump both of us. Again, this is what's happening here. I'm okay with that.
Let's see. Q-tip for reference.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Okay, no, talk this one out.
Okay. So it has a metal chain.
Yep.
So is it a McFarlane of some sort?
I believe so. Like, I know what character this goes with. So I'm assuming this would be from a more recent McFarlane.
Okay. So I'm going to say McFarlane Mandarin Spawn or something. I don't know.
Let's take it back a step.
Okay.
Okay. What brand did McFarlane, McFarlane recently released all the brands he's going to be doing into 2024? Which one was missing?
Movie Maniacs? I don't know. Which one was missing? I don't. What all he has is Spawn and DC. Does he have anything else right now?
What? Hang on. I'm trying to think of another good question. It is another Warner Brothers property that also had a movie in the last 2 years.
Oh, shite. Yeah, hold on. It's not Harry Potter. No, they haven't had a movie in 2 years.
No.
Warner Brothers, past 2 years. Oh, Dune?
No, not Dune. No. Hang on. I'm going to do a quote from it.
Okay.
And this from the franchise, and this might help you out.
Okay.
Toasty.
I don't know.
Okay.
Wait, no. I don't know.
It's okay. It is not Street Fighter.
Mortal Kombat?
Yes.
Okay. Did that movie come out?
It did, like a couple years ago. Yeah. Or
did it?
There was one. Yeah. Wasn't there? Yeah.
I have no idea. I remember there was a trailer for a movie.
There's like a Liu Kang thing happening, and they're like fighting in a trailer park. It was wild.
I'm sorry. It's hard when you're in the seat, okay?
Yeah. Hey, turn the chat off, you cheater.
Oh, sorry. Well, I got it. I got the.
That's true.
You know.
That's true. You did.
All right. Are there any mores?
Oh, dude, they're coming in hot now.
Oh, Jesus.
Right? Everyone's okay. Tom's got a lot here. Okay, this was just one of them.
Okay.
Let's do this one. This one you should. I can help you easily with hints in this as well. It is relevant to tonight. Ant-Man
and the Wasp. What's the friend's name that tells the story? Like he always recaps the thing.
Yeah.
Didn't he have this accessory?
I'm just yes.
Marvel Legends. What's his name? What's his name?
Hang on. Ex-Con Lewis. There you go.
Lewis. That's right. Okay.
All right. And I think that's all I see in my
boom. And I think I got most of them without hints or nothing.
No, you did really, really well. I'm very proud of you. You can hold your own.
All right. Well, on that note, Doell, thank you so much for guest hosting today. You are the hardest working toy streamer in the biz. So not only are you joining us tonight as well as in After Dark, but you're going to be on Toying Around on the YouTubes on Tuesday. Is it after Ahsoka? Is that when it goes
right
down?
after Ahsoka? So it'll be probably around 7. Like if it drops at 6, they usually don't go under an hour, so we're going to be around 7 o'clock. I'm assuming PST, so it's around 10 o'clock Eastern.
And I'm going to pull up the chat or pull it up right now so you can see what it looks like, because I'm going to give a proper plug here to Kevin. Hey, there we go. Yeah, so just Paul Sun-Young Lee right there.
Look at that
in the episode. Is it already posted up? I'm trying to see. It's not on here.
It's not on here yet, but it'll be
live. Anyways, but it'll look like this.
It'll look like that.
But go to Toying Around, give Kevin a sub, does really great stuff. Bloom. Hardest working, no, I'm saying Kyle's the hardest working toy tuber, and then Doell is the hardest working toy streamer. I think that's how I'm defining it here.
We'll do that.
that's how I break it down. So yeah, go. So you have that, and then Gotham City tonight. Do you have anything planned this week for?
No, I haven't thought about it yet.
GCT.
I need to get through two other days.
But if you go to even this channel right now, Geek Dad Life, and if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see one of these bad boys, and boom, there it is. Gotham City tonight.
Huzzah!
Hit subscribe.
That's me.
You'd be happy.
And I just talk comics, and then my co-host Lexi, she's back in November, which is, I know, feels like a long time away, but oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. It's been bonkers for her, right?
Well,
and she's
kiddo,
due for her second child soon too.
Yeah, so yeah, that's
not mine, by the way, not mine. Just to make that clear.
I don't know who the guest is next. Oh, so next week the guest host is Jonathan from Nostalgia Unboxed. So
nice.
He'll be joining guest hosting. And then after that, Doell, you have your actually one official guest host slot. John is hopefully after the Jonathan one.
If John is back, he could take my spot.
And then on October 15th, we got Kirk from the Geek Effect. Really excited. First time ever on Toy Geeks.
Nice.
Kirk from the Geek Effect. Great up and coming. He's already over 10,000 subscribers. But he'll be joining. And then Dan Larson will be doing the Halloween episode.
I knew he was going to call dibs on that. There was a part of me that was like, Dan Larson's going to take the Halloween episode. I hope he shows up in something special.
I assume, because literally I was kind of throwing him out the open dates, and he was like, Halloween episode's open? I'm taking that one.
Yeah. That's why I picked the beginning of October, like, or closer to October. I was like, I'm just going to.
And then we close out with a separate Toy Anxiety crew piece. We got Craig, then Abby, then Jacob, but all solo. Should be interesting.
That's going to be exciting.
But anyway, coming out with us in After Dark if you're a patron. If not, we'll see you around. Subscribe to GDL2. We'll be talking about or be live streaming the Lady Slither order process. Check out Doell on Toying Around on Tuesday. And until next time, hasta luego and goodbye. Have a great start of your week, everybody.